President Trump today unveiling his plan on steel and aluminum tariffs. It's another example of Mr. Trump's America First policies that are designed to stop the squandering of American wealth. As examples, thousands of American lives and the $6 trillion spent on those unending Middle East conflicts, fixing the destructive free trade policies as U.S. trading partners have exploited the establishment's so-called free trade, and the costs associated with open borders and illegal immigration. Joining me now to put it all in perspective, author, presidential historian Doug Wead, former special assistant to President George H.W. Bush. Doug, it's great to see you. This is, to me, a pivotal moment in the Trump presidency. America first, turning back. I mean, if people would only realize this country has not run a trade surplus since 1975. And all of those deficits over the course of that time have taken away from our economic growth rate, which means that all of those estimate trillions of dollars have been lost to us forever. Your thoughts?
Yes, and we know that the Federal Reserve, over the years, the brief audit we had was financing the recovery in Korea and in China, and so it wasn't just Britain and European
and
banks.
Asia, exactly.
Staggering. You could go to China during those boom years, the last couple decades, and you'd look out your hotel window. Everywhere you'd see cranes building skyscrapers. At one time they said almost every crane in the world that they could get their hands on, they had in China building buildings. It was the largest transfer of wealth in our lifetime from America to China. And then they had that,
and by the way,
Paris Accord where they wanted us to clean them up.
I'm sorry, without any reciprocity, there was no quid pro quo. That was simply a gift from the American people and the American economy to the Chinese, who are now dumping steel, aluminum, and many other products on our country. It is, and this is the only president who's had the guts to say it ends now.
Yep, the Clintons helped it along. The Bushes helped it along. Obama did nothing during that period. Now we have a president who says, wait a second, we keep kicking the can down the road, whether it's Korea or illegal immigration or gun control, but here's a president who's knocking heads and saying, okay, what's the solution? Let's do it. It's got some people in Washington panicked.
It's interesting. People do not want to accept that the man the American people sent to serve as our president is doing exactly what those voters wanted. He is disrupting the swamp, the nation's capital that is brimming with corruption. The power of special interests rather than the national interest is first in the minds and the wallets of so many of those serving as senators and congressmen. It's appalling. He is, I mean, it's hard to imagine where we would be headed if President Trump had not been the man chosen to be in the Oval Office.
You're absolutely right. You know, with Newsmax in the last 2 years, we put together a top 10 presidents. We got a YouTube, the top 10 presidents 2018 update. And we get so many emails from people who say, where's Trump? Where's Trump? So some of them really love him. And the Dems are panicked because they're used to presidents who are liars. I did not have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. You can keep your own doctor. Read my lips, no new taxes. The British have informed us that Saddam Hussein tried to buy uranium in Africa. So they don't want a wall. They want to be able to catch this guy in a broken promise. And that's why even when he gives them something, they won't take it if they have to get the wall.
I still get a kick out of people, Doug, as we wrap up here. We're out of time, but I get a kick out of people saying, I wish the president wouldn't tweet. I mean, all that is a confession that they don't want to hear the truth and they don't want to hear it directly from their president, which has never been the case, except perhaps in less frequent moments with President Franklin Delano Roosevelt as he was on the radio. But we have an opportunity here. You talk about openness, transparency, and then you hear people whining about it. Extraordinary.
Yep. Tweet on, oh, President, tweet on.
Amen.